Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Good to have you with us on this Friday on WKYT. The news continues as we approach 12:30.
And boy, do we have a wild weather ride ahead of us the next few days.
Yeah, from cold and a little bit of snow here and there to mild temperatures and then storms. And we're going up to around 60 degrees or so. A little bit of everything in that forecast. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell tracking it all on the First Alert Defender. Jim?
Did you forget anything, you think?
I don't know. You tell us.
No, you didn't. We have it all coming at us here the next couple of days, guys. Right now, we're dealing with a hint of a wintry mix and some light showers showing up across parts of Kentucky. We'll check them out with Defender, Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler, and there you see some of the light rain out toward Harrodsburg, a little bit more into southern sections of Fayette County. Again, this is very light, and we're at the point there in the atmosphere, temperature-wise, where we might run into some sleet, a flake of snow. All possibilities, and then those showers continue to extend all the way out into eastern Kentucky as well, generally light in nature. There you see the temperature setup, so we're right there on that line where it could go either way in some cases. 34 in Lexington, 37 in Richmond. You go down a little more though toward London, Somerset, upper 30s and low 40s for those folks, and we'll see more of that warmer air start to push into our area as we advance through the rest of the evening and especially into the day tomorrow. We're around 60. Tracking that wintry mix out there for you right now in certain spots. Then the wild weekend of weather will really take hold starting tomorrow with showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds, and then snow behind that. And then the Arctic invasion for next week. We'll track it coming up for you in just a few minutes.
All right, hard to figure out how to dress for all of that, huh? Okay, slick roads have been a problem today just to our north. In Harrison County, sheriff's deputies say they worked 6 crashes between 9 and 10 this morning. 2 people ended up having to go to the hospital. They also responded to reports of people sliding off the road. And Scott County also had to deal with some slick roads this morning. The County Streets and Roads Division says the slick spots were mainly on US 25 North and US 32 East. Several crashes were reported on those roads. Salt trucks have been out throughout the day now treating those icy spots. Well, we're learning more now about a form of meningitis that killed a central Kentucky teenager.
15-year-old Cole Hahn of Clark County died from it on Tuesday. WKYT's Victor Puente talked with health officials who say there's no threat to the public with this type of illness.
15-year-old Cole Hahn died here at UK Hospital on Tuesday. He had a form of meningitis that health leaders here in Lexington say wasn't contagious. Hahn attended George Rogers Clark High School in Winchester. School officials there decided to have all of their buildings and buses disinfected as a precaution. They were told his illness wasn't contagious, but decided to take the steps anyway. One of his friends who visited him multiple times in the hospital said the sickness led to swelling and cut off the blood supply to his brain. Earlier today, Fayette County's health commissioner talked about how different forms of meningitis should be handled.
There's meningitis, and then there's meningitis. And all of them are serious for the patient, but there are only a few of them that are serious for the community. This one is not serious for the community. And again, condolences to the family because that's devastating.
Cole Hahn's visitation is this evening from 5 to 8 at Central Baptist Church in Winchester. His funeral is tomorrow at 11. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Now, the Clark County School Superintendent tells us that counselors will be at the high school when students come back from Christmas break on Monday.
We now know the name of a man who was... Okay, go ahead.
We now know, I'll take this, Bill. We now know the name of a man killed in a crash last night. It happened on US 27 near Industry Road in Nicholasville. The Jessamine County coroner has identified the victim as 48-year-old Anthony Todd Davidson. Police say he died instantly when his car slammed into the back of a dump truck. The dump truck driver wasn't hurt.
We're tracking the investigation into a sexual assault case this afternoon. Lexington police say a woman went to a fire station at Martin Luther King and 3rd around 4 o'clock on New Year's Day to report that she'd been raped. Police say it happened as she walked home alone after celebrating the New Year in the downtown area. Firefighters took the victim to the hospital. Police are investigating all of the circumstances, but they say they don't have many leads right now.
An accident while exercising sent Senate Democratic leader Harry Reid to the hospital. His office says a piece of equipment broke, causing him to fall while he worked out at his Nevada home yesterday. He suffered broken ribs and bones in the face. His office says he will return to Washington this weekend and will be in the Senate when Congress convenes on Tuesday. Well, researchers have found a way to combat enterovirus.
And a new study finds that not all fat is bad. Chris Van Cleve has the details in this Better Living report.
A new study shows fat that is located right under the skin can protect you from skin infections. California researchers say the stem cells from the fat produce molecules that fight bacteria until white blood cells arrive from the immune system. Indiana researchers believe they've found a way to combat infections caused by enterovirus D68, which sickened more than 1,100 Americans in 2014. They say an antiviral drug intended to combat asthma and cold symptoms stops the enterovirus from spreading. It's not effective against the current strain, but researchers are working with pharmaceutical companies to modify the drug so it will work. And new research from Johns Hopkins finds 2/3 of all adult cancers are the result of bad luck. Researchers say some cancers are due to the environment or inherited genes, but most are a result of random stem cell mutations. They say bad lifestyle choices can increase mutations. Those are some of today's top health stories. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, New York.
It's good to have you with us on WKYT News this afternoon. Coming up, do you have what it takes to be America's next top model? We'll hear from a former contestant on the show and have some details about Saturday's big casting call.
Also, the Lexington Theater Company presents Concert with the Stars.
And No Shave November has passed, but now you can grow a beard for a bud and help out the American Cancer Society. Coming up.